Welcome back to Belmont Bunch.
No hello?
Oh, okay. Hello! See, I gave effort into a third of that hello, like the Islanders did tonight. The Islanders lose 3-2 to the Capitals in Game 4 of the first round series, and now the series is 3-1. Next game is Thursday. Let's end the video right here. Let's start talking about the game. Okay, so the Islanders get right to it in this one, getting 6 of the first 7 shots, get a tip from Pajot that goes through the pads of Holtby. That's an assist from Mayfield. Good job getting the puck on net. And it's 1-0 there. Later in the period, Nick Leddy is able to hit Matt Barzal in the middle of a rush. Barzal is able to chip it in, and it's 2-0. And to this point, it's just complete domination by the Islanders. Islanders have had a few power plays. They haven't taken any advantage of them, but you could argue that the first power play got us going a little bit and kept the momentum going, into the first goal and then into the second goal. And the Isles would outshoot the Caps in the first period, and it felt just great. A few chances, and those would kind of show where the game was going to end up going, where the Capitals made a little bit of a push at the end of the first. Varley actually had to make some of the he had to put more effort into some of the saves than he has into a lot of them in the series, because Caps were getting in a little bit closer than they have been in this series. Shots were a little bit less from the outside, and they were starting to inch in a little bit. So the first period ends, and if you're an Islander fan, you're just ecstatic. It's 2-0, you're out shooting them. The Caps take a penalty with 2 seconds left. And it's not like they were penalties in the game. There's a lot of after the whistle stuff that from Garnet Hathaway early on, and OV with 2 seconds left in the period puts Cizikas in a headlock. So to me at that point, with the Islanders playing well, it feels like the Caps, well, I've been frustrated in this series because I feel like the Caps have played close to the edge when you talk about the line that you go over. And the Isles, outside of the Lee hit, have not really engaged in that. And let's just say the Caps' rough play would lead to something. So in the second period, the Caps immediately are getting the better of play. In fact, the Islanders' power play gets wiped out because Devontae can't hold the puck at the point. Tom Wilson goes in on a breakaway, and Devontae is forced to hook him. So twice tonight, we killed our own power play with penalties of our own. And the penalties were not done yet, as Matt Barzal would take a couple of penalties, and they were not good penalties. So in this game, both of the coaches had to be tearing their hair out. Haha, neither of them really have much. I was tearing my hair out for sure, because Barzal's second penalty especially, which is the one that led to the Caps getting back in this one, is just a stupid offensive zone hold. And the Caps, these after the whistle penalties, the Islanders are not making them pay for them. And the Capitals are making the Islanders pay. So the Islanders are 1 for 19 on the power play in this series. They go 0 for 5 in this game. If they find a way to lose this series, they can point squarely at their power play for allowing the momentum to get away from them. Because honestly, the Islanders, if they have a half-decent power play, could be up 3 or 4 after the first period. And they don't do that. So Caps' first goal on the power play, Scott Mayfield took the first penalty, shooting it. He took the second penalty. Barzal with that hold, as I was talking about. Scott Mayfield shoots one for the second straight game, delay of game in his own zone. And, of course, that's the only place you can have delay of game. You kind of knew it was starting to get away from them there because the Isles stopped skating. And the Caps started winning the one-on-one puck battles, as Butch would say. Caps' first goal, Kuznetsov, so the Caps still only have 3 different people that have scored in this series. So you should know who to key up on. And the Isles just let him walk in and do the old Tavares goal against Calgary from a few years back, where he just, not enough contact on the guy. You shouldn't be able to just walk into your goal. You have to make him pay. You have to hit him. You have to get the puck away from him. You have to do something. And there's a lot of just reaching. There's like NHL where you just press RB if you're playing on Xbox, and you're just like swatting at the puck. And you know what? When the guy's in close, put the body on him. And they don't. Slides it. Varlamov probably should have had it. It goes under the pads. I don't know what he's doing there, but he'd been playing well to that point. Second goal, Ovi on the power play, the goal that you've seen a billion times, the slap shot, perfect shot, nothing Varley could do there. The only thing the Islanders could do is stay out of the box, like I said in the series preview. And so that ended 2. Isles have no momentum, but I'm sitting here watching my friends and I'm going, you know, the Isles, this is what they paid Trotz for. They've had a lot of games throughout the season where their bad play at the end of one period wouldn't bleed into the next because Barry Trotz would get into them in between periods. And I'm not going to put this one on Trotz because the Isles just looked gassed. I'm sure Trotz gave them hell in between periods. The Isles would give up a 2-on-1 about halfway through the period, and Ovi would finish it off. If you're Devon Toews there, take away the pass. He did try to take away the pass. Don't force Ovi to shoot. That's his best quality. Maybe overplay the shot and make Tom Wilson score. I mean, I know you don't want Tom Wilson to score. He had a cross-check in this one, by the way, where he took another penalty. Wasn't his dirtiest hit. It wasn't, actually on second replay, it wasn't even that dirty. It was a penalty, but not anything more. So, but yeah, 2-on-1 score. Devon Toews probably needs to put more pressure on Ovi. Isles couldn't get anything going the rest of the period. Caps were playing our game. They're getting the puck in deep. They were holding it in the zone. The Islanders couldn't break out. Even on the power play late in the game, the Islanders had to dump and chase, and they couldn't even win the pucks there because, like I said, they weren't winning the puck battles. I do think maybe part of this is the Capitals did a good job of making the Islanders pay with their body. That sounds way more dramatic than I mean it to be. But, like, you know, finishing your checks. And sometimes, in the Capitals' case, finishing them after the whistle and just tackling guys. But you don't have to worry about taking penalties, because if you take the penalty, the Islanders' power play will not make you pay. So I think it's a little bit scary to be an Islander fan right now, because it does feel like the Capitals have a blueprint now going forward where they play close to the edge. They shouldn't care about taking penalties. The Islanders, if they're not going to make them pay, the Capitals can do whatever it takes to, you know, make sure the Islanders aren't getting clear shots on net, make sure the Islanders aren't, able to play it in their zone and hold them deep. So, you know, it's a little bit scary because, you know, up 3-0, I'm a fan of some bad teams in other sports, so I don't ever get too cocky about this stuff. And yeah, if you're the Islanders, good thing is it's a wake-up call. Bad thing is now the Caps have a bit of a blueprint. And last thing I'll say is, you know, we failed to sweep the Panthers, and then we came back in Game 4 and had a dominant effort. The good thing is, like I said, Trotz doesn't really allow bleed over too much. And I am confident that he'll get the team back into, you know, fighting shape in terms of not being gassed. But now it's on the players. It's on guys like Barzal and Mayfield to not commit stupid penalties. Because we know what happens when we commit stupid penalties. And we know what happens when the Caps commit stupid penalties. We don't do anything. So, if I haven't hammered it home enough on the power play stuff, Islanders are 1 for 19. But that's it. Thanks for watching. If you're a Caps fan, hope you enjoyed it. The Isles are back in action on Thursday, like I said. And just keep enjoying the playoffs. I can't because my team's still in it. I can only enjoy it after my team has made it through or been knocked out. So that's it. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe below, and we'll see you Thursday. All right. Bye.